I never wanted kids.
But as the goat milf, that kind of clashes with what you do.
No, they could murder you.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Pillow Talk! I can't sing, but welcome to the show, babies. Pillow Talk is brought to you by Sin Party. We built Sin Party to be the best and #1 adult super site so you can have everything you want, everything you need in one place. Sin Party is the fucking best. No more jumping around between site to site to get your fix. Imagine thousands of the world's hottest and naughtiest content creators on one site where you can go live also with 10,000 beautiful, sexy, loving, gorgeous women all on one site. We built this for us because let's be honest, what's out there? Kind of shitty. And your boy's hooking it up. Sign up below. We have a link below. $5 free to play with, just to try it out for free. I hooked that up. That was my idea. Go click the link below. Also, when you get addicted, because I am, it's fucking unbelievable stuff, use the code PILLOWTALK and you'll get double your first deposit.
It's literally where the party starts and never stops.
Check it out. It's fucking incredible. I ain't capping, but only after you watch this amazing episode. Let's get to Pillow Talk.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to your favorite podcast. This is Pillow Talk. I'm your host, Ryan Pownell, the #1 adult podcast in the world. Most viewed in the world, no big deal. Thank you guys for tuning in every week. Huge episode today. First, we're gonna introduce our co-hosts. Male adult star, goes by Damon Dice, but also Spencer Michael Barrick for when he's doing the business shit. He's a weed guy. He makes his little moolah on the side. Steezy boy.
Hey.
Steezy boy, by the way, may I say. And we are here at Sapphire Pool, by the way. Shout out to Sapphire. Beautiful spot in Las Vegas. Okay, our guest today is factually, you can Google this, the most searched adult star in the world of all time. That is a fact. Wow. Did you know this about yourself? You did know. That's a stat. Take that, Andrew Tate. She is the GOAT MILF of all time. Arguably the greatest on a lot of people's lists. You are, a lot of credible lists. You are the greatest of all time. GOAT status. Invented the word MILF. Stifler's mom ain't got nothing on the queen. Lisa Ann.
That was a beautiful and incredibly real introduction. I appreciate you so much.
I've been working on it for 2 years.
Wow, it's great to be here.
Oh, why has it been so tricky-dicky to get you on the show?
Well, until I have a trusted source that's the link between anybody that wants to do business with me or communicate with me, I don't engage.
Yeah, you are a tough engager at that. You know, you go little spurts of very nice and then ghost mode for 8.5 months.
It happens. Yeah, it definitely happens.
The funny thing is both of you were actually nervous for this interview. Because I saw Ryan earlier.
See, that
this
warms
week.
my heart that
he
you were
was
nervous.
like, I am so nervous for today.
Yeah,
and then talking to you, I was like,
panicking.
oh, this is going to be great. They're both nervous right now. They're
For those
both
watching at
on
home,
edge.
we had to do breathing exercises. I'm scared to death.
We did do some breathing exercises, I find to be very helpful. We also talked about our zodiac signs and just smell it out a bit. It's beautiful.
True that. She does not want kids, by the way.
No, they could murder you.
That's
We should
true.
talk about that.
Google kids murdering their parents in the United States.
But as the GOAT MILF, I mean, that kind of clashes with what you do.
Well, there was no proof. Nobody had to like show their children to be like, I have 3 children to be a MILF. You know what I mean? Like, no, it was like, I never wanted kids. Ever since I was young, I never wanted kids. I just wanted to travel the world, be free. I really wanted to have a strong business or two. And so I just had different aspirations.
She is an actress. That is acting at its finest.
A mattress actress.
We don't say that. We say adult star. Even
film
sex
star.
worker, by the way. Do you like that word?
It's so sterile.
Oh.
I mean, I feel like I'm sitting in a machine shop and
I
there's
can't
just
do-
people next to me running
Right.
sewing machines. It's like a sweatshop.
Like girls that
it's
do
fucking
toasts like
awful.
at AVN, they say to all their sex workers, I'm like, Jesus, fuck.
I know.
Yeah, that's
It sounds like
offensive.
they
That's a
work
little
in
offensive.
a Jordan facility making shoes
And also
with their
just
vaginas.
Work, just the word work kind of takes away the fact that to some people involved in the industry, it's more than work. It's
Yeah.
an art, it's a feeling, it's a freedom in your life. It's a time where you're just getting to do things that most people would never have the balls to, have a desire to, want to, or could. So you just feel like you're this elite group.
Yes. And the word porn star now, there's getting this new thing in 2022, 2023 where, you know, the vets like yourself, I don't think you care, but are saying, you're not a porn star yet, honey. You got to earn to be a star. How do you feel about that?
I have no opinions about what other people are doing ever.
Wow. She's been PR prepped.
I have not. I just, I want everybody to do their own thing and be in their own space. And I think anytime somebody puts a comment out that's like, oh, what do these people know? Or why does she think she's that? It's just negative energy.
True
the
that.
point that you're trying to make has no relevance. It's not. You don't no control over it. Don't worry about other people doing.
True that. True fucking that. Now, the word MILF, okay?
Yes.
Created by American Pie,
Yep.
stolen and taken by Lisa Ann. There's no debate about that. You are, like, I think MILF in Webster's dictionary, I think you.
Yeah, it was just timing, really. You know, when there was a period of time when I was young in the industry where we legit didn't know where 30 and 40-year-old women in the industry went.
Right.
Because you shot to a certain age, and then you were done.
gone,
you know
yeah.
what I mean? Just gone. And so it created this whole new generation of girls getting back into the industry, bringing in a wealthier, richer talent of women that were experienced, and it was a wild time. And then Desperate Housewives was also, I think, very popular that exact same time. And I think it all kind of tied in. Like, it was hot to see the stay-at-home wife with the gardener.
Yeah.
It was hot.
Yes.
And that could be as simple and beautiful as that could be. Once MILF kind of went to stepmom and to all the other stuff, I was like, you know what? I'm just going to shoot for my own company because I won't have to shoot that.
Oh, okay. You like the mom stuff.
I don't like the mom stuff. MILF is okay because it's a sexy mom you want to fuck. What's wrong with that?
Right. No, it's
Even
great.
though I have no kids.
It's
I
great.
don't want kids. It's great. But once it kind of got to the next level, I was like, all right, you ruined this. What happened to the pool guy was hot enough. She's a wife. She's at home.
They're running out of
He's been a
jobs.
pool boy.
They're running out of jobs. You know, it's
Pool boy, pizza delivery guy, plumber. And you can just recycle all the way. I would use furniture delivery guys, Amazon delivery guy. Like, you just make it up.
I was a Jehovah's Witness once. You know, they knock on the door,
Oh, that's
their
lovely.
backpacks.
That's
on the
lovely.
bike.
Actually, yeah. What to you, like the most fucked up scene you've done? Because that's kind of fucking banana sandwich. Now you're fucking with religion.
Yeah, I don't do anything like that. I would never do anything like that. I never did. So, like,
Yeah.
anybody brought
Who
religion.
would?
Or,
That's
or-
disgusting.
I just couldn't. It just went against, again, me judging what somebody else is doing, making fun of it. So I just couldn't do that. Strangest, weirdest scene ever. I mean, in one of the Palin series, I worked with this guy. His name was Guy De Silva.
Legendary.
Yeah.
Nailing Palin.
Who's Nailing Palin was legendary. But this was Obama's Nailing Palin, and we shot it in case Obama won, and they were releasing it on Election Day, right?
Oh, wow.
So it had this whole
Marketing
thing.
girl.
So Guy De Silva kind of looked like Obama. I had not worked with him before, super nice guy. And they want us to be on the back of this horse. And of course, he wasn't real keen on horseback riding. We were in the canyons in LA where you're like on this like stiff, steep ledge looking over at nothing. Also, they made us sign a waiver.
What's the horse have to do with the election?
Well, it was like a knight in shining armor.
Got it.
I was going to be like, I was in a gown. I was going to be side saddle riding this way. So the long and the short of it is by the time we get on the horse, I'm like, this could really affect the scene. This guy's nervous.
Yeah.
This isn't going to be good for his performance later. This
Yeah, now
is
you
gonna
got
be
animals
tough.
involved in danger.
Yeah, in danger. And the whole thing is like, I don't know how I'm going to make it through this day. And so, the horse trainer comes out and he's like, hey, just don't yell. Don't spook the horse. Director yells action so loud the horse takes off. I fly off the back of the horse.
Oh, my God.
Guy flies off the horse. Now, we're fine. But it was still traumatic. We weren't getting back on the horse.
And that's before your goat scene.
before the scene.
Wow.
This was before the scene.
That's crazy.
So the director's like, well, we still want to use the horse because we paid for the horse. So we're putting the horse in the background. You're going to do the scene on this.
That's big budget shit.
This hay. You're going to do this scene on this hay. And so we're doing the scene there. And the horse keeps coming in and grabbing hay to eat. Right? And I feel so bad for this guy. I'm like, how is this guy?
So you're actually filming the sex while the horse is coming in and eating?
Also, a problem in orgies
yes.
is, guys are intimidated by bigger penises. If I'm having sex and I see that horse dick, I'm probably
You're not
getting
even
shriveled
looking
up.
at the horse. You're trying to act like it's not there, and you're trying to get through the scene because it's hot as hell in this canyon. And he almost died on a horse. Like you're just trying to carry it through this day. But that was a scene that I look back on. I'm like, I don't really know how he finished it. I never went back and watched it because I feel like it would be very triggering. I felt so bad for him that day.
Absolutely. And you know what's crazy about those scenes? You're more searched as impersonating Sarah Palin than Sarah Palin. Isn't that fucking crazy?
Did she ever reach
You're the
out?
only impersonator. Here's a stat for you. You're the only impersonator ever to be searched more than the person you're impersonating. How about that?
That's
Go porn.
It was a great time, too. We were still having fun with politics. People weren't so hot, one way or the other. And so, I wouldn't want to get in that game now, but then it was just fun.
fucking the best.
Saturday Night Live was doing it, and
Yeah.
Tina Fey was doing it, and Tina Fey has written me into a couple of speeches that she's given, which has been super fun. It just kind of gave me a pop culture kind of brand to my name.
Has she ever reached out?
Tina Fey, yes.
No, Sarah Palin.
No.
Not her team or anything.
So you guys
no
never
cease and
met?
desist?
No, I
Nothing?
try. I did get unfollowed by whoever's running her social, so I get to follow her again, which is amazing. Shout out, I love her most. I would really love to meet her. I had a friend try to get me a cameo from her on my birthday, but he used Lisa Ann. I'm like, why couldn't you just say, happy birthday, Lisa, from Sarah? I would be all I need. You know, get the cameo. She canceled it. She
oh my God.
It.
So you...
She's not a fan.
Do you think you kind of fucked her life up?
It gave her more attention.
Yeah, true that.
It brought her more eyeballs.
You know, you gave her the Kim Kardashian treatment with no revenue for her.
Yeah, for a sense.
In a way.
It definitely got her more votes at the end of the day.
Absolutely.
I think it did.
But I mean, everyone in the media was doing it as well. She was such a hot topic of that election season. Everything from how she dressed and the sayings, you know, the you betcha and the like. She was easy to want to do this. And I've thought about it for a day, but I was like, yeah, I got to do this.
Wow. I wonder if that, you know, at home they're putting it on, they're having sex to it. Definitely the White House watched your porn scenes in the White House. Pretty cool. How about that?
That's happened.
Unbelievable.
Sure.
I don't really think of the logistics that often. No.
So Lisa Ann, I find, you know, there's with all the adult stars, there's, you know, the very popular ones for sex addicts, which are most men. But then there's the ones that went to like A-list fame, celebrity status, which you are definitely in. So how fucking famous are you? Like, is it like Bieber shit when you walk through the mall? It must be.
It's not. I can pretty much roll pretty selectively, but there are times, like I was doing a fantasy football draft at a bar in the city the other night in person with my league mates, you know. I don't want to be fucking talked to, you know. People were like, hey, Lisa Ann, can I have a photo? I'm like, bro, I'm doing a fucking fantasy football draft, man. This is serious. I just want to be a human today. Okay. Can I not? So yeah, it does.
It's a lot.
Yeah, but most of the time in the city, people just like walk by and say, hey, Lisa, what's up? Be cool. It was hard in LA because people will just sit there and video you while you eat dinner and just, you feel hunted the whole dinner, just staring at you. Nobody's looking away. You're like, this is how I'm going to die. So.
Because for my friend group, my boys back at St. Peter Catholic High School, Ottawa, Ontario, you're the girl. Like you were, I got to admit, we had a BlackBerry group chat back in 2008. And it was a picture of you as our icon.
Oh, I appreciate it.
That is a true story.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm honored.
So was she part of the team group sessions that you spoke of?
We had a saying, actually, where it was like, if you struck out at the bar, it was like, went home with Lisa Ann tonight. You know, back in the day. You were a quote. It was almost a tattoo back in the day. So, and okay, let me ask you this. The football players, because just so everyone knows, back when she retired back in 2014, jumped back in for 18 months, then retired again. Biggest name in fantasy football, especially as a female. But SiriusXM show, huge, popular. You blew up. Are all the football players trying to fuck you?
No, really. You know,
I don't believe you.
I'm going to tell you something. Especially the younger players, they are so mindful of my hustle, and more of them reach out just to say, yo, I'm so glad to see you striving.
That's
but also
Spencer, that's a foot in the door, Lisa Ann. You know better.
You know, no, I just, they really switched off when I stopped doing scenes.
Okay, fair.
They really just are respectful of the life that I'm living right now. Like, they see what I'm putting out when I'm traveling on trips. It's been wild. It's been so cool. And then that also gives me access if I'd like to have somebody on for an interview.
Yes.
And now, you know, you can't shit where you eat. So I can't be with athletes anymore. You know what I mean?
So
like
you haven't done, there's not any?
No, I'm so sorry.
You fuck around in the NBA?
No, I'm so
maybe
sorry.
Golf, UFC? Who do you smash? Make love to?
How did we get here?
Why did you look at Spencer that way?
How did we get here?
She's asked, is it okay?
Did anyone see that, Terry? Can we slow-mo that side eye we just got?
I mean,
have you guys had sex before?
How did we get here so quickly?
I'll repeat. Have you guys ever had sexual intercourse?
This was really quick. I thought we were going to have some more curious questions. And I knew this was going to come up. And yes, there are moments in my life where I'm free and I link with people in a very simplistic form, but I have to like them what they're about. And you got it is what it is. It was a perfectly plotted out situation in a period of time where we were going to be crossing paths for a bunch of time in a short period of time. And just why wouldn't you just organize it respectfully, communicate it clearly, and make it is what it is.
Was it content or it was off cam?
No, not content.
Content. Cool.
Spencer, you dog. Oh,
Was it content?
Good for you.
Magical.
Oh, that is awesome. Okay, we can move past that. Thank you so much for answering that.
It's been months.
Wow.
A long time. It was earlier this year.
What happens in Vegas? You know what I mean?
Not this trip.
Back to fantasy football. Thank you for answering that.
Okay.
So do you feel like you mentor some of these athletes? Do you think they look up to you and like get advice from you in certain areas, whether it's business or media?
More.
Or is it just like kind of like an amicable friendship?
It's a bit back and forth, but I will reach out first if I see a player in a situation where the media is hitting them one way, sideways, and I think to myself, like, how could this be affecting someone's mental state? Like, how much are they looking at this stuff? How much is it? And I just always it's like a wellness check. Like, yo, bro, I want, and so they always respond. And so that's usually how a friendship will start to build. And, once you see them getting past that, you're like, you just feel good. People need to realize that it's so suffocating being in the public eye to the point where if something's going on in your life, it's all you see, it's all you think, and it consumes you. It's unhealthy. So that's really how friendships build. And I do the same kind of girls in the industry that I meet up with and see, and I like to check in on people.
Yeah, but you don't fuck around with LA much at all. You're over it.
I don't, but I miss the sunshine. When I look at the weather app in California and it just says sun, 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 I miss that so much.
Because where are you now?
New York City.
Oh.
Good city.
NYC.
Okay. And you like it there?
I do.
Okay. Because people kind of leave you the fuck alone.
Everybody's busy in New York. Like, you can walk down the street. Everybody's got their own shit to do.
They're just stressed out.
They're not worried about you. You can really enjoy the freedom of walking around everywhere, and I love that.
That is nice.
And it's very fashionable. Every day, because you're not in a car, you're actually seeing people.
Yes.
Different everything.
Winter, you got all the seasons too.
All
You
the
got
seasons,
winter, you got
get
summer,
to
you
change
got
your
fall.
swag. Your whole closet is
Central
rearranged
Park.
for fall and winter.
New York girl. You saying?
Yeah.
It's great.
Wow.
I love it. No car.
Because I've been begging
I
you
city
to.
bike.
You bike?
I city bike. Yes, I do. I used to
Good
city
for
bike.
you. Because I've been hounding you. When are you in LA next? And you would say, nah.
Yeah, no, I haven't really been going much. I'm actually going after this trip for a couple of days just to get a couple more days of sunshine because we've been covered in smoke in New York from Canada.
Yes, sorry
and
about that.
I'm not loving that. And I'm a nature girl, and I need to I woke up this morning to watch the sunrise here.
Right. Would you agree, because your grandmother is from Canada?
Yes, she's actually from Saskatchewan.
And you fuck with us?
Saskatoon.
You fuck with us Canadians heavy?
I do.
Yes.
I spent a lot of my summers when I was young there because we would visit her family, her sisters, and they kind of moved all over. My grandparents had a motorhome, so we'd drive through Canada and stay at kick-ass campgrounds.
Good people. And I think that's why you're nice.
Just good, mild-mannered, not loud. Just, it was different. When you do that for a couple of weeks to a month, and then you come back to the U.S., you're like, wow, people are so aggressive here, and it's different, but just nice and sweet and really appreciated nature and, loved people.
We're good people. You're a great person.
Thank you.
College football is finally back, my boys, and MyBookie is going to be your one-stop shop for all of your college football betting needs. Lock in futures on who you think is going to win the whole thing, or take advantage of crazy boosted odds via the MyBookie money bag. You just sign up, you bet, you win, they pay. And we're gonna win, baby. Sign up today, use the promo code PILLOWTALK, and get up to $1,000 in bonuses. Sign up with $200, you play with $300 instantly. Use the promo code PILLOWTALK. MyBookie makes it simple. Bet anything, anytime, anywhere with MyBookie.
So in your personal life now, Lisa, and you don't have to answer this if you don't want to, but people always want to know, is she single? That's always the top comment. So, what's going on? Are you still sexually active?
Am I still sexually active?
Yeah.
Is that really how that question is?
Are you making intercourse with anybody? Women? Are you doing bi off cam?
I love that the less I say, the more just keep going.
Bi?
You know what I mean? I am in a relationship, and this is someone that's been in my life for a very long period of time. Okay. We have had our on and off times. Both of us have busy schedules.
I feel like it's Stephen A. Smith or something.
What? No.
My least favorite broadcaster.
What? That's my guy.
Of all people, Stephen A.
Skip
Smith.
Bayless.
It's even worse. Come on, man. Oh, no.
Okay. What kind of guy? Wait, why do you hate Stephen A. Smith?
He's just so...
He's so abrasive.
He's so abrasive.
Yeah.
Good word.
Yeah.
I'm
Spencer
sure you
brings
met
out
him,
the vocabulary.
right?
I haven't.
Okay.
He's abrasive. He's just very opinionated. I think the show goes off the rails. Like, if I'm listening to a sports show, I love Greeny, Mike Greenberg, in the morning.
Okay.
He just gives you a little bit of everything. You get your 7 minutes of baseball.
But he doesn't go viral.
It doesn't matter. I get all the information I need in an hour or 2 hour show in snippets that are just palatable, and I'm learning. Like, I'm not there for you. Okay. I'm there for the data. But the person I am there for is Pat McAfee and his show.
Right.
Legend.
That show I can't live without.
Yeah.
Love everything that show does.
I see that.
Welcome back, Gumpy. It's been so great. He was deported to your country for over 400 days. That did not make me like Canada.
Yeah, no, we're fucked up.
Tried marrying him to bring him
Pat
back.
McAfee?
No, Gumpy.
Oh, okay.
We didn't want Gump up there for over 400 days. He moved into a new studio, but he's back. He got back last Monday. Free Gump. It worked.
Wait, are you guys sexual? Is that your guy?
No, it's not.
I don't know. Okay.
I will never, because of how suffocating it is for even my friends, like when they tag me in things and all the people that reach out to them, I will probably never publicly share pictures of my relationship.
Good
because
for you.
then people will hunt him down. Like, it's a weird space being me because everyone feels very much that they know me. So when they approach me, there's a closeness. We've spent intimate time together in their mind. And it's a feeling of like, no, bro, I don't know you. I'm glad you jerk off. I'm glad you enjoyed. This is cool. Let's move on.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
You know what? Good for you, though, for not being like some names that we won't name. To be like, oh, that was bullshit. I'm so happy to be out of that. It's fucked up, man. You never hated on the back in the day. But you did make some comments in your book about things you'd like to change. But you never said that you didn't like doing it. And
Oh, no. I've never
mean?
turned my back. I mean, look,
Yeah.
I love the fact that I still have strip clubs in my life. I'm 51 years old. I'm still finding a way to still hang out at strip clubs. I love them.
Good.
I love the vibe.
Shout out to Sapphire.
I love the music. I love Sapphire. I love the people. It just connects me so much with my roots. I started
Are you
dancing
51?
so young. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Good for you.
Look at this.
Yeah.
Like,
Thank you.
You look sensitive. I mean, you've seen.
Okay.
for 51, it's great.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Great.
So yes, I am still sexually active. That was how we started.
Yes,
I'm
that's where we were.
I'm gonna bring it right back to that. Yes, and vibrantly sexually active. And believe it or not, I really have found since I left the industry that I really do like having sex with just one person. There's such a special intimacy because that wasn't something I had in my life for so many years in my life.
Making love is so much better
It's
than
just-
having sex.
It's just, but you go through phases in life. So let your freak flag fly. If you're in that phase, rock it. Because I got to live out all of mine.
You did a lot of threesomes, though, a lot.
Oh, a lot of threesomes, gangbangs, bring it. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
How can we logistically get everybody to show up at the same time, have enough parking, make sure nobody's late,
parking.
everybody retested on time? Like it's like
Yeah,
an
the
orchestra. I feel like a
gangbangs get a little
conductor.
sticky
You know what I mean?
sometimes.
So who was your
'Cause
girl?
I would produce them
Yeah,
myself.
and you produced, direct, right?
Produce, direct, write. Holly Randall would shoot for me, or Chris Streams would shoot for me. That would be my camera.
Oh, you kept it the ladies.
Yeah, and Chris Streams.
Oh, yeah, Chris, our
you
boy
know
Chris.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who are the ladies and what?
No,
Who
you
your
had Holly
favorite
Randall.
woman to shoot with?
Yeah, yeah.
Favorite
So
girls?
for the ladies, yeah, who was your girl? Who's your main girl for the threesomes?
I didn't really have one because normally it was me and two guys.
No, but you've done the younger
like-
girls.
Okay, so I did a series called Sometimes I Share.
Right,
that was
right.
shot back in 2019. And one of the scenes, me, Brett, Rossi were together. Another scene, it was a girl that I don't think is in the business anymore.
But Rossi, she does the makeup of the sets I've been on.
Yes, she's a great, I love
Nice
Brett.
girl.
I've known her for years.
Yeah. Charlie Sheen's ex-lover, by the way.
Oh, she's more than that. I mean, why do we have to be like this?
That's just a cool-
This is why I will never tell anybody why I'm dating. Because no matter what, you're attached to that person. Bro. It's like having a child. Okay.
Fair.
Anywho, back to that. Gina Valentina was in that with me. So I did
Gina
do
was in
some
that, okay,
series.
nice,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. It was me, Gina Valentina, and Marcus Dupree.
Oh.
We did a really cool like pool thing up at the ranch. It was beautiful. I love to shoot outside.
Yeah.
That was always my favorite. My very first scene ever was outside.
Yeah, you do.
And I love to shoot
It's true,
outside.
yeah.
It's so beautiful, like because you feel some air.
Yeah, you're not a
It's
bed girl at all.
it's so boring.
You're a floor person.
yeah,
like the
outdoor
beach towel girl.
beach towel girl, outdoors.
Couch, yeah.
I rented a lot of like setups, so that one had like this lifeguard stand. So we did it up on that. But like, I just wanted it to tie in with the thing. And I
Do you sleep on beds at night?
I
'Cause
do, but shooting outside is beautiful.
Yeah.
And you have to time it so right. Like the ranch, the grass is only green till like the end of April. So, you've got to get your shooting in outside. You got to make sure it's not raining. Like it's just the timing of it and then having nature in the pictures I love so much.
Very nice. A lot of people call you the GOAT. A lot of people.
I appreciate
Who's your GOAT? Taking yourself out of the convo, who's the GOAT?
Good question.
Who do you give love to? A lot of praise. Personal favorite and who you think the greatest of all time is. That's big.
I would easily say Sarah J.
Sarah J.
Because she's just the most straight up woman I ever met in this business. She knows who she is. She's never gets wrapped up in drama. She's like so neutral with everyone. And if somebody doesn't like her, then I do not like them automatically because there's no way you can't. Her vibe is so high.
That was my first scene ever with Sarah J.
She's
That was my
just
introduction to porn with
amazing.
Sarah
No
J.
way.
Yeah.
And that's how I understand why she's so popular because when you get to, just incredible.
I've never heard of Sarah J.
Never heard of Sarah J?
No. Is that like a early
This is what
2000s?
me in this interview.
We'll
Sarah
fill you in
J.
on Sarah J. Yeah.
I'm really sorry for you. You have a lot of catching up to do.
Really?
Yeah.
What's the vibe?
We're not going to spoil it for you.
Okay. Liam?
But Sarah J, I love you. And I'm-
Funny Sarah J story real quick. So first time I ever go on a porn set was actually here in Las Vegas for a company. And I go up set, I'm so nervous. I'd never done this before. And I'm sitting there filling out my paperwork. And Sarah J comes walking out, says hi to me, hugs me. I'm like, okay, cool. Like, she's super nice. Right behind her is another male performer with an exceptionally large, probably like 2 of these stacked together, walks out.
Good for him.
Two of those. Oh, his pee-pee.
Yeah.
Him.
Good for him.
Acknowledge.
Two of those stacked together.
He walks out after behind her. He's like, you got some big shoes to fill, buddy. I'm like, wait, did you just? I gotta.
That's your first day?
First day ever. So she just got done shooting a scene, and then I was like following that up.
Spencer, you know I don't believe you?
I swear to God.
Because I heard through the grapevine that you started in Miami doing the grandmother porn.
Wait, what?
That's what I heard.
No, there's no way.
Yep. That's what I heard. Hard to get in the industry as a guy.
Not the first, it was in the first few months.
Okay,
There was some
there we go.
Wait a second.
grandmother.
There's some truth to this? When did you find this out and where can I fucking Google it? How do I not know?
It's on the internet. I found it. And they were old. They were fucking old.
60, come on.
No, not 60.
Yeah, no older than 65. I swear.
Okay, now it's 65.
No older.
Okay, yeah, right?
Okay, how does this develop?
I got roped into this like swinger thing. It was like these swing. Do you know Judy? What the fuck's her name? Jody West. Jody West.
Okay,
She was
maybe.
producing it. She's like, oh, like I'm gonna pay to shoot my friends, and like I was like, okay.
You got paid more, right, for that, I hope?
Oh, in the very beginning, no. I was not getting paid a lot.
150?
No, I was getting paid more than that.
Okay.
And
I was like, I'll help you
show
out.
up to set, and it's like people in their swinger group. And like this one lady shows up, she's like, I was like, she's a little older. I'm like, how old is she? She's like, oh, she's in her 60s. I'm like, it wasn't my first shoot. It was probably like within the first few months of me shooting.
That was a dick pill day for sure.
Oh, 100%. I just had to like think happy thoughts because it was just like, this is very awkward. Like, she could have I don't know if she's going to come or have a heart attack first.
Okay, 60s is not that old, but let me say something. I bet you that experience made you ask a lot more questions when people offer you to work moving down.
Yeah, for
After
sure.
that, you're like, you know
Yeah.
what? Let me have some follow-up. I'm just going to say yes to 200 bucks.
And it must have been easier to get hard when you work
being
with...
new in the industry, there's definitely a learning curve, especially like a decade ago when there wasn't as much social media or like long form content like this where we can actually talk about
Everybody will take
experiences.
advantage of you in the business if you let
so
them.
it's like
That's the bottom line.
There was
Everyone
definitely
will
a
take
learning
advantage.
curve. Like it took me a while to shoot my first like porn stars. Once I started shooting the porn stars,
The word got out.
Yes.
I heard also, and nothing against gay people. Shout out to my boy Liam, our bestie.
Liam,
ever.
I love Liam.
Not be
We
homophobic,
bonded so
but
much.
they were making straight men work in gay to see if they can handle it, and then if you can keep it up and last or whatever with the gays, then with something you like, heterosexual.
I think that was a misconception.
Is that true?
There's guys that have done gay porn before straight porn.
Listen, I would like to say
there's
this.
a bunch of them that
How
you
did
would
you,
know.
Yeah.
what place did you go to in your head when you were doing these grandmother scenes?
Great question.
For you to stay hard. I think this is what inquiring minds want to know, right? A guy wants to know, like, how do you do it? Like, what do you think about?
The
So do you-
2016 election,
Do you
for
visualize
sure.
something
Nailin'
else? Like, or
Palin.
do you find something beautiful on that woman and make it happen?
It was kind of like a sympathy thing. I was like, she survived the Great Depression. Like,
She's not that fucking old, bro. You know what? He's trying to tell us he liked it and he didn't have to visualize anything else. He's into way older women.
I
Now we know.
like trying new things. It was new to me, so it was just kind of like
It was new to no one else at that age.
Good haircut too. Lisa, what do you think of when you're with the guy that you're like, eh?
I don't be with guys that I'm like, eh.
Oh, because you blew up so quick, you got to handpick?
Yeah, of course.
Good for you. And who was your boy? Who was your boy?
In the industry,
Yeah.
guys that I really like to work with. Oh,
Yeah.
you know, I was Johnny Sin's first agent,
Yeah.
and you
Oh,
know,
yeah.
he's such a great
You've done
performer.
well for that man.
Yeah,
Good for
yeah,
you.
yeah. He's such a great performer.
You've done Johnny's like half your scenes, it feels like.
There was a span where yes, I was using, and he's
Yeah.
in my new movies, new releases. But
Kieran,
you know,
like working with Kieran?
Kieran and I haven't worked together in years. Kieran overstepped with me. He is aware. He's tried to be kind
Kieran.
since then.
Tell us.
I will not do tell. You know what? I do tell the story in my first book, The Life, that was released in 2015.
You name drop
You
him?
can read about. I most certainly do, because anything legally that's been in the news on the internet, as an article, what have you, you are allowed to share in your own autobiography. He knows. And then I have a second book, and he might have a mention in there as well. But yes. So
I know what happened.
he overstepped. Anywho. So no, I don't work with him.
Yes, the Twitter thing.
Yeah.
Yes, I do know.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of. I really liked Marcus Dupree. He was a new guy that I got to work with when I came back in for that stint. I loved working with him. Of course, Mick Blue. There was a time I worked with Manuel a lot. But
Mick Blue's still going every day, by the way.
yeah,
He's
Mick's
such
champ.
a.
Mick's
It's the
the champ.
Europeans. Like they're
Yeah,
just
they-
so vibrant.
they like
and,
sex.
And they also live life to the fullest. He's got his race car stuff going on. Like he's just happy.
Yeah, he's doing
you know?
like judo.
But
does
I
it
did a
all.
lot of
Yeah, he's a
interracial.
man.
And so I did a ton of interracial. So like, Isaiah Maxwell and of course Lexi did Steele and
you
Shawn
guys-
Michaels.
You and
Mindy
Isaiah were
Gibb.
able to.
Yeah.
Oh, we're probably at his beginning, your end. Kind of.
Yeah, probably around that.
Yeah.
Isaiah was actually my very last scene when I retired in 2014. And then when I came back, I secretly reached out to him and said, I want you to be my first scene back, because I wasn't really sure if I was going to release it. I just wanted to shoot it, see how I felt about it. So kind of like, but yeah, I met Isaiah when he was brand new in the industry.
You know what? If I'm a girl, I'm fucking Isaiah Maxwell.
He's beautiful and he's so kind. Like
Yeah, Isaiah's the nicest guy in the industry, I would say.
Yeah,
like, the
energy means a
nicest guy.
lot on set.
Yeah.
Like you
He
don't
is.
need somebody
He's
that's
classy.
Yeah.
arguing with people on the phone
No.
or aggressive or has weird energy. So a lot of it is, it really is energy makes it
Yeah.
easiest to work with people.
Who's the worst girl you've ever worked with on set?
I would never say that.
Oh,
Sorry.
okay.
Because you know what? That might have just been her worst day. It doesn't mean she's a horrible person. It's my experience with her, I always tell my friends, like, just because you don't like somebody doesn't mean your friends shouldn't be able to like them.
Yeah.
Because your
Carly,
interactions
I can
are-
still hang out with Nathan. Thank you, sir.
Who are these people? Do you want to talk about it?
Oh,
Who's
I don't
Carly?
think we
Who's
should.
Nathan? Are you all right?
Yeah, that's our
Have
ex-roommates.
you worked through it? Or have you gone to therapy? What are you doing about
I
this?
should. I think I need to. Yeah. Tricky situation.
Are we working on this? Is this something? Is it a call to action?
Yeah.
Is that what this was? Okay. Noted.
point.
Screaming out for help right now.
Noted. Call to action. Make sure, group, that this gets worked through. Okay.
Lisa, a part of the interview that it's always a good part, and I didn't prep you for this, but embarrassing moments on set, funny, fucked up stories, anything like that? Like, oh shit, that day, people usually bring up like puke, pee, piss.
Yeah, no, nothing really that.
blood,
I'm very incredibly OCD. Or
outrageous scenes.
There was a scene where a guy, so it was a scene where I couldn't work with the girl because of the fake porno storyline. Like, we're related, fake related, so we can't touch each other. Like,
Who was
it would be
that?
incensed. It was China, if you remember the wrestler.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
And so she's working with the guy, but I'm not working with her. It's just a whole, but I'm kind of in this scene, but not really. And he injected, and when he injected, he hit a vein. And the first time he pulled out of her, there was just blood going everywhere. And it was like the most outrageous thing I ever had to just stand witness.
From his dick shot? Oh no.
And I had to
And it
keep
came out of his
calm, you know
penis
what I
hole?
mean? Yeah. Onto a concrete floor in the studio, and I was like,
Oh, like one long one or
just kept coming out.
like this
Yeah.
on her face?
No. We're all back.
Okay.
It just kept on the
You
floor.
evacuated the situation.
Of course, immediately.
Oh my god.
But yeah, it was
Ooh, wow.
pretty
That goes down as one of the best ones.
pretty traumatic. It was pretty
Blood
traumatic.
will get me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, especially coming from certain places.
Yeah, true
Yeah,
that.
yeah. I was shooting a scene in Florida probably like 5 years ago.
Was it a grandma scene or a regular
It was,
scene?
it was actually with Kelsey Monroe, who's she's all-star. We were killer scene. It was a great scene. I was actually like, my car broke down. She's helped me, or her car broke down. I was helping her out. And we're going to the pop shot. And I'm about to go. And I'm like right there in position. The camera guy's like, oh, I gotta change my camera angle. Like he had to move the camera. So I'm like pinching it right when I'm about to go. Me kinking it and like holding it, and then when I finally let go, blood just.
Oh my god.
I
Because
knew that was
I was
gonna be
going,
the
I was going, and I held it. Me pinching it, holding it for like the extra 2 seconds, it ruptured my urethra.
Wow.
And just blood like. It was a very traumatic. I like almost fainted because I thought I was like, I'm gonna die.
Lisa,
let me just say this. I want to do a little PSA right here, guys. Now that you understand the circumstances of actually being a successful porn star, like our friend Damon Dice over here, you realize that there's a lot of obstacles, health risks, elderly. Things that will be embedded in the internet forever. So maybe it's something you just want to watch and you don't really want to do. Think that through.
So I could sympathize, like seeing blood come out of there. It's like very traumatic.
For her?
Well, she didn't even flinch when it happened because she didn't know it was blood hitting her on the face. Cause like
it was on her face.
And she was like, and we're all like in shock, like me and the crew.
Okay, we're gonna get demonetized.
Okay, we'll stop talking about it.
Sorry.
Okay, we have a segment that we do with the best adult platform in the world. It's called Sim Party. Unbelievable. You go on here, you do cam to cam and stuff. Liam, if you could bring it over, we're gonna ask you, Lisa Ann, to have a girl smell something and tell you what it smells like. You have 60 seconds to complete this task, and there we go. This is your girl. You are me. And you're gonna type, or if you wanna go cam to cam, we can do that too.
No, that's too much.
All right. Sim Party, the best platform in the world.
You can type it in.
Okay.
So it's easier. You know what you want me to say.
It's a Lisa Ann thing to say.
So what am I supposed to ask?
You're gonna have her
her?
smell something that she's
Describe it to you as if it's a smelling fetish, something of the sort.
Okay, I got this.
Yeah. And then we're screen recording it. And then producer Terry, edits it on screen. It's actually a very fun segment, does really well for us. Seems boring right now, but good times. By the way, this is going so great, and I'm ecstatic.
I think you both knew I was up to some shit, right?
You're sick. You're sick.
What'd you say?
Where will it say what I said?
Yeah, maybe hit the done button.
Okay, I see it now. Would you like to read what
Did you get that painting at Target? I love it. And she ghosted. Very well done. Well, that was the Sim Party segment.
I asked her if she got the painting at Target because I really liked it.
And she ran off screen.
$9.99. We're not all rich like you, Lisa. By the way, your subbing net worth. Woohoo! It's up there. It's up there.
We're working every day. We're grinding. Yeah, I got my mind on my money on my mind all the time.
True that.
I work. I want to save. I want to have a nice retirement. And I'd like to have a garden one day. I'd like to have some dogs. I'd like to have more time with my friends. I'd like to read more books. I'd like to do a lot of nothing. I'd probably like to not be on the internet as well. So enjoy me while I'm here.
What's up, Pillow Talkers? Thank you for watching this amazing episode. We're gonna cut right now to Sim Party Live. I've been having a lot of fun on there. You know your boy is newly single. Been having a lot of fun on there, so take a look. But just so you know, this is the future. You can go one-on-one on cam with girls on live. Unbelievable. I'm messing around with them here, but y'all will enjoy it. By the way, did I mention Pillow Talk doubles your first deposit, the promo code on simparty.com. Check it out. To be honest, you kind of look like my mother. She would always force me to eat toilet paper. You have a potty mouth, wipe your mouth with toilet paper. So I was wondering if we could reenact that.
Ryan, you're such a disappointment. No matter how many times I put it to you, you just don't figure it out. Are you stupid? What is wrong with you?
I don't know, Mom. I don't know.
Get the toilet paper. Get it.
I don't want to get the toilet paper.
Then you should not have used those dirty words. You're a dirty mouth boy, and you need to learn how to behave.
I don't want to put it in my mouth.
Oh,
I don't want the toilet paper.
No. You love me, don't you?
Oh,
I know you don't want to. I know you don't want to, but it is something you just have to do. You have to get over it. Work with it.
Lisa, your generation of adult stars and your level of adult stars, you are going to deny this, but I know that people like Vladimir Putin, ISIS, Saudi Arabian princes all beg and plead to fly you out on 747s, and they beg you and they offer you millions of dollars. Is that correct?
I don't engage.
Okay.
Of course, I get offers and messages from people, but it's just a simple block. I just delete the message.
Oh, you don't
I
even
don't engage.
You don't even sniff around like.
No, I've never done anything like that, and I don't want to.
Okay.
I'm very happy with the money that I made in the business, and I feel like a one-on-one experience. You are really giving someone a piece of your soul, even if it's just a light connection that you have with them. And like, I just couldn't imagine money being exchanged, being alone with a stranger, being with a guy I'm not attracted to. My biggest fears are like, he's hairy, he doesn't smell good.
Right.
Like all of the, I just could never for any amount of money do it. So I just have never engaged.
Good for you. Unbelievable. So you've never been to Russia?
No, never been to Russia. My friends all wanted me to go on vacation to Dubai, and I'm like, I can't go to Dubai.
Because you could be the answer to stop the Cold War.
Yeah, I just don't. I don't fuck with that shit. I'm good the way I am, and I like to choose my sexual experiences.
Absolutely great. And since you're so busy with the football stuff and so successful at it, the guys still want to know if they can throw it back to Lisa Ann with new content. Is that still a thing in New York City? A little bit of solo?
You mean, adult content?
Yeah.
There was a moment where I would do a solo once in a while and just throw it into my messages, and I kind of surveyed the money that it was making, the fact that it takes about 2 weeks for it to get stolen and put onto tube sites and Reddit.
Lisa's
and I did the math, and I was like, you know what? It's not monetarily worth it enough for the exposure at this point when I'm grinding so hard. It's petty money to distract me from, memorizing all the coaching changes in the NFL. Think about what's going to happen at trade deadline. How's it really going to work out with Trey Lance as our backup quarterback in Dallas? Like, I got big things to worry about. So I just decided it wasn't worth it. I do use my OnlyFans to recycle all my library of content.
And talk to fans.
And talk to fans. If you're nice to me, we talk. If you're weird, I just delete your message or put you on.
And we're all fucking weird.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what I missed. I missed my whole career. I didn't do enough foot stuff. I did it early on in my career, and then it wasn't really a thing. Oh. And I realized, I could have just done nothing and just been sharing my feet, because I feel like 80% of my people
like your
just
feet?
Want to talk about my feet all the time.
That's a hell of a foot.
Austin knows, because we troll each other on IG comments about feet comments. Because if I'm barefoot, at the end of summer, it's like, what's worse, bikini season's over or no more bare feet? And everyone's like, the feet, of course, about the feet.
It's winter, no.
So I coined a phrase called feverish masturbators, right?
Feverish?
Feverish masturbators,
What does that mean?
It's a feverish masturbator. I would say somebody that masturbates to maybe my content for more than 4 hours a day, like an unhealthy level that form a, and you could always feel
my
them.
friend Matt Gignac.
Hi, Matt. So we're close. Well, don't approach me like you're close, because I might stab you. I know none of you. I appreciate that we've done things together.
And how do you feel about these guys that are that obsessed?
It's scary.
Right.
I'm a pretty paranoid person.
Okay.
Yeah.
And they like the feet, or they like the whole Lisa Ann?
The feet thing's great, because had I known, I wouldn't have been fucking my hair and makeup all these years. I would have just been fucking laying here in sweats, rolling up my legs, just pedicure once a week. You know what I mean?
Right.
Would have been a different life. I'm saving them now. Now I take even better care of them, because I think, God forbid anything crazy happen and I lost everything, right? You just never know, right? I could at least go back to my feet pics.
True that.
So I'm not wanting to overexpose the internet at this current time.
Gotta get them insured.
To be sure I'm protecting that asset for now. I might insure them though.
Hey, before, do you think you'll ever come back for one last hoorah mainstream?
I don't,
Okay.
I'll tell you one of the greatest things, and it's something that I think most people don't consider. When you're in the industry and you're active, and I had so much fun doing the scenes that I did, and I love the environment and the world that I was living in, but there becomes a point in time where the health risks start to stack up. Okay. And after you've been in the business for so many years, you've seen so many shutdowns for something that's going around that's awful, or an HIV positive test. Each time and each year, you have to ask yourself as an adult, I'm in my late 40s, and I'm asking myself, is this how you want to go out? Is this, you have not caught something that's going to be with you for do you want to have this as your thing? So I think I just really have realized how much more at peace I am. My first year in retirement, I remember sending out a group text. This is my first full year without antibiotics. That was my first year of retirement. First full year, because you're taking them all the time. Yeah. You know what I mean? Every
second Monday, you can take the day off now.
Yeah, so I just, that's been a huge relief for me, and it's given me a new identity to work on and to really grow, and that's less ego-driven and more fact-driven. So I've been challenged to make myself work harder for less money in some situations, but over time has built to be more money, but it's something I truly
But you wake up with a fucking smiling grind.
Oh yeah, I'm stoked. You know what I mean? I wake up and I'm like, what happened overnight in sports news? Let me know right now.
You know what? I should have
asked.
Does
Ohtani need surgery? Oh, I can't believe he's still batting, by the way, even though he can't pitch. These are the things that matter.
Well, you care about baseball too?
Just the top headlines. I used to play fantasy baseball for 2 years. It's grueling. It's a lot. I take June and July off from sports radio. Yeah. That's my time to travel, see friends.
I like when you dip in the UFC. You got to do more of the UFC.
Dude, I love the UFC.
Yeah. You should.
And I love Sugar Sean.
But you did
that was a great fun.
Yeah.
He's such a good interview on McAfee. All my favorite athletes. I love it.
Which fight was it where someone fucked you on their way out? I saw that. Was it 2 years ago?
Yeah, was it the Jake Paul fight that I was walking Frank Gore out? Yeah. That was a great event. Yeah. Oh, that was such a great event. So glad to get to go and see that. But I just love it. It's passionate. I love to see people push themselves. I love the smack talk. I love the weigh-ins. I love all the chaos of sports. It's just you're focusing on somebody other than yourself.
Have you been keeping up with the Logan Paul stuff and like how he's been attacked by his.
Okay, this person that's attacking him on Twitter, I don't know how you landed on my feed, and I'm not judging you in any way, shape, or form, but it's truly become your narrative with me.
If I'm
because
Logan,
I didn't know you
gonna-
before, and this is so negative, and why are you just putting that juju
he
out
won.
there?
He won. Hard.
He won. What do you do?
It's hard to come back from that.
What the fuck do you
It's hard
do?
to come back from
You're
that.
fought.
Dylan Dennis is just flooring him right now.
What do you do?
But what's the point of it?
I'll get
what I'm
divorced.
saying.
I call off the wedding.
No.
Yeah. The guy won. I just got to take the L, move to like, Africa,
We
help build
can't
houses.
give up that easy.
Bricks,
No.
Yeah, delete socials.
No.
100%. What do you do?
It's just negative, man. It's
Your
unnecessary.
girl was- Your girl was passed
it's
around.
fighting. It's not like they're going out for blood. They're trying to,
I don't-
maybe he's pushing the line a
It's
little
tough.
bit.
It's not
but
my
it's like-
favorite thing on the internet right now.
Yeah,
I must
So
say.
anything to say to Dylan?
Oh,
Be
just,
nice.
raise your frequency up a bit, man. Chill. We get it. You know who you are. He knows who he is. Everyone knows who they are. But we're all just ourselves, and we should all be able to be our own people and not have it really stress out somebody else.
That's good. That clip's going viral. Okay, who's got the Super Bowl this year, Lisa Ann?
Man, I mean, you cannot for 1 second think the Kansas City Chiefs aren't looking ahead and thinking they're going way back there. Now, this holdout with Chris Jones is very stressful. I haven't been listening for 3 hours. Something could have happened. In the sports world right now, with Jonathan Taylor out there, with things happening, like you missed news for 4 hours. You're like,
Yep, you're
I
behind.
walked up to him yesterday. I'm like, bro, Trey Lance just went to Dallas Cowboys. You were like, what? When did that happen? I'm like, today.
Today.
Yeah, so I would think the Chiefs,
Wow.
for sure,
Okay,
could
back
go
to
back
back.
there.
They're the favorite right now.
And then who else you got? Who else? Who any sleeper teams?
I'll tell you that.
Don't say the Cowboys.
I won't
No,
say the
can't
I don't do that. I will say
Cowboys.
this. It really depends where Jonathan Taylor lands or if he stays with the Colts. That's going to be a difference maker because if JT went to Miami, then how could you not think Miami could get themselves further or close enough or
Jake,
to
you
the
agree?
Super Bowl, right?
You agree? Okay.
So,
Minnesota
Your
needs
biggest
a running
fan,
back
by the
right
way,
now.
our boy
Minnesota
Jake. Shout out
needs
to
a-
Jake Marshall. Want to come say hi on just shake your little handshake? Say hi to meet Lisa Ann.
You want a
Come on.
cameo?
Yeah. You're his queen. You're his queen.
Great
Jake
to meet you
Marshall,
as
by the
well.
way, we're going to put his GoFundMe link in the bottom.
Thank you, guys.
Love you, Jake.
Thanks for chilling with us.
Yeah. Wow. What an episode. I'm not going to lie. I can't believe how well that went because I was so nervous. You are an unbelievable speaker and person. Look right on the money.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Beautiful. You're fantastic. So proud of you. 2 very successful, amazing careers. You're hardworking, very nice person. I can tell you care, and you're amazing. So thank you so much, Spencer. Always a pleasure, my good friend.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah. Any links you want to shout out?
Everything's at The Real Lisa Ann. You can find all of my socials there. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, The Real Lisa Ann, as well. I do live streams Sunday morning helping you set lineups. I like to look over the weather. I detail Mother Nature down for like an hour every Sunday morning because, she could play a role. So just follow at The Real Lisa Ann.
And don't try to DM her because she's very hard to get a hold of.
I'll just delete your DMs. I don't check random DMs, only important DMs like his.
Oh. Well, shout out to Sapphire Pool. Thank you, guys. Producer Terry, Jake Marshall. This Pillow Talk. We'll see you next Tuesday.
Oh, and shout out to Thrive Dispensary for
Sure.
powering this podcast.
Yeah,
It's
for the
And
production.
powering me for my
powering you,
72
yeah.
hours
So
in
you got
Las
us hooked
Vegas.
up
I
this weekend,
appreciate it.
right
And
next
Sin
door to
Party.
Sapphire.
Yes.
And Sin Party.
And Coco Vodkas, which we're not here.
Oh.
But they're delicious.
Oh,
See you next
okay.
week.